Bombing, episode 89.
Hello and welcome to episode 89 of Bombing Podcast. My name's Ryan Jennings.
I'm Hayden Wyckoff.
And this is a comedy podcast where we talk about stand-up comedy and talk about our lives as open micers in Los Angeles. We bomb all the time, and we've got a few stories to share with you this week that will help that case, that we do bomb often. This podcast does have an email, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. You can email us anytime you want, and it can be anything you want. And we check the email live at the end of each episode, so stick around for that.
Completely anonymous. We don't name
right.
names. So tell us your deepest, darkest secrets. They're safe with us.
Yes, they are.
Oh, man. You remember on the first podcast when I was sitting like this? We were sitting directly across from each other?
Yeah.
We hadn't figured out, like, the lean yet.
No, not yet. This booth is smaller than people think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks bigger on camera.
Yeah. Well, they don't see the tiny apartment. This is half of our apartment is this room.
Yeah.
Gotta keep the feet off camera, though. There are some weird people out there.
Yeah. You can't let them see the dogs.
Can't let the dogs hang out, man.
Not for free, at least.
That's too risky. Look, if the dogs are out, that wallet better be out, too.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Should we make a Patreon?
I don't know. Unless we were saying crazy stuff. Unless we were, like, dropping hard R's and, like...
Yeah. I mean, which we wouldn't do.
Just saying... No. But, like,
yeah.
it would take wild shit
Uh-huh.
for people to be like, here's $5.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. I mean, like, I could post all the stuff that gets cut out of every episode on a Patreon.
Oh,
but
I'd pay you not to do that.
Yeah. I mean, you have to pay me $1,000 if you want to see that stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad. That's why it gets cut out.
Yeah. We're gonna have to, like, toss your laptop in the ocean whenever it dies.
Uh-huh.
That just hours and hours of drunk cut material. Look, folks, that's gonna happen. When you have a podcast where all we do is drink and talk shit.
Oh, man. You're going to find some stuff that needs to be cut out.
Yeah. We've done a couple 3-hour podcasts that turned out to be like an hour 15.
Yes,
so.
yes, we did. Yes, we did.
And what's funny is that normally it's not like throughout the podcast. It's like the first hour and 15 is good, and then the last 2 hours get lopped off.
That is right.
We get a little off the rails.
That is right.
Hey.
What's funny is to go back and look at there's some times where we've done like 3-hour pods, and the first hour and a half is usable, but we still need an ending. But we don't end the pod until it's over. So it's like we seem pretty okay towards the end of like the hour and a half, but then it'll cut to like us doing the ending, and we're like, guys, that's fucking it, dude. That's it. That's fucking like and subscribe.
So in an instant, it goes from I agree with that point.
And
dude.
the drinks go.
Motherfuckers, yeah, they instantly go down.
It's like, what happened, dude?
Oh man,
The power of editing. Man.
Yeah. Thank God this is edited because things can fall apart quick.
Yes, they can.
For the Instagram, for Bombing Podcast on Instagram, you're going back and posting like really old clips.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's right.
From like earlier episodes, and you were telling me you were like, dude, episode 1 through like 15, 16, we were just like drunk and angry.
It was bad. Those were bad.
And then I went back to try to watch a couple of them, and I was like halfway through, I was like, I gotta turn this off.
Yeah, because I wanted to make clips like for Instagram. I wanted to get more of our clips out there, and so I was like, I'll just go back and sift through some episodes and find some funny shit, and it's like a lot of not funny shit in those first probably 20 episodes. I think I'd say 20. We were just drunk and angry, and we were barely doing stand-up because the government wouldn't let us, and a whole lot of other shit. And I told you, I was like, I wanted to give that version of myself a hug and be like, it's gonna be okay,
Yeah.
like you'll be okay.
But we didn't know it was gonna be okay.
No, the opposite actually.
It was everything was bad and looking worse.
Yeah. And
we were like, let's drink and talk about it.
Yeah.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah, and I felt
hopeless.
Hopeless then, but looking back, like I felt like relieved that it led somewhere, And so much of me wants to go back and delete shit, but it's like once you delete some things, it's like, okay, we'll just delete it all. Yeah. Like one day I'm gonna want to delete this episode. I'm sure.
It's all or nothing. It's all out there.
Yeah. So, and I'm willing to accept if it made the podcast. I'm willing to back it up somehow or defend myself or apologize. I don't know, man. It's a learning thing, man. But yeah, I mean, back at the start of the podcast, episode 1, we had just moved to LA, doing what, like a one mic a week.
It was like one. It was one mic that was on a sidewalk
Yeah.
where people were like wearing masks outside,
Mhm.
and they had the. You remember the little mask on the microphone
Yeah.
too?
Yep.
It was
That helped.
It was lunacy.
Yeah.
And so we were doing that once a week,
Uh-huh.
and
Which isn't what we envisioned moving out here to do
no.
at all.
And we were in jobs that we just fucking hated. We were just doing it to pay the bills, and
Yeah.
but yeah, it was like 15, 20 weeks after we started that things kind of started getting slowly back to like where the rest of the fucking country was. I'm not even going to get into that.
Yeah.
But
And we also kind of got more comfortable, like with ourselves.
yeah,
And
and just figuring out how to do a podcast.
yeah, and how to do stand up and how to live in a new fucking state by ourselves where we don't know anybody. We didn't know anybody.
Yeah, we didn't have any friends.
None. Now we got a nice group of friends out here. But I will say, like, yeah, judge me not by the first 20 episodes or however many, judge me on my progress, on our progress, on the growth that we've had.
We're pretty close to episode 100. If we wanted to, like right after 99, we could just start at 1 and be like, first episode of Bombing Podcast.
We could, yeah.
Now that we have it together.
Yeah, those past 2 years was a test run.
Yeah. That was 100 test episodes. Now we got it.
Yeah. That'd be an awesome first episode. They're like, man, these guys look like they've done this before.
We got 2 years under our belt.
Yeah. Look, man, these guys look like they've done this 100 times.
And you think Caitlyn Jenner would do our podcast?
Yeah, I'm sure she would.
Dream guest, honestly.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Yeah. I'd have a bunch. None of which would be about sports.
Oh, I was talking about the Olympics.
No, I know.
She had a hell of a fucking run.
Yeah, she did.
Hey, Caitlin, if you're out there, Kate, if you're listening, open invitation. Any episode you want, anytime, and it will come to you.
Sure.
We'll drive down the PCH, but just correctly and not murder a guy.
Yeah.
And make it to wherever you want to do the podcast.
That's right.
Open invitation anytime you want.
Yeah.
Please come on Bombing.
Mhm. Ma'am, yeah. Also, like, if you agree to do the podcast and you want to, like, change your mind and, like, we can always cut it off. Like, we can always, like, transition into something, like, into some other form of media. I'm just saying, like, we're here for you. That's what I'm saying.
You're open to change.
I'm open to change.
Okay.
Podcasting's hard. There's like a lot of hurdles you got to jump over. And I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, and the thing about podcasting is that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a 500. It's not a 500 meter dash.
No, yeah.
It's
no,
24 and a half miles.
It is. It really is.
And look, we've learned from people that came before us. They've passed the baton kind of off to us.
Yeah, they have.
And we're carrying the torch now.
I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, for open mic podcasts.
That's right. That would be a great interview, though.
Oh, dude,
Caitlyn Jenner on the Bombing Podcast.
I'm not kidding about that. Like dream guest.
Yeah.
Like if the opportunity arose, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, we'd go balls to the wall with it. Like balls out. Like we would go full throttle.
Yeah.
Full throttle down like the PCH.
We wouldn't cut any corners on that podcast.
No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't, man.
I know she's a big golf. She plays golf a lot. I'd love to drive a couple of tee box shots.
Yeah.
Down the range.
Yeah, dude.
Just drive them right down there.
I'd love to see her on the box.
Yeah.
I'd love to see her box.
On the tee box.
Tee box.
Yeah.
Teeing her balls. I'd love to see her balls. I'd love to see her hit her balls from her box.
The box. Yeah. I know. I get what you're saying.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
She had a penis and then cut it off.
Yeah, she did. Last week on episode 88, I bombed at the Improv lab room. And if you want to see that, go check out episode 88. There's a funny story. But yeah, I fucking bombed last week at the Improv with the booker watching and many peers in the audience. And so I went back this week to redeem myself, right? Fuck that Fuck that, dude. I'm gonna go back.
I'm not gonna let them keep me down.
Fuck that.
I'll show them.
I'm gonna get that room, man. I'm not gonna let this room get the best of me, man. So I go back. I'm feeling great. I'm driving there, blasting the new Blink album. We're fucking driving. I fucking park. I walk in. I'm feeling good. They're ruffling through the bucket. They pick the name. Who's it? Who's coming up next? Ryan Jennings. Let's go. I walk up on stage, grab the fucking mic, and bomb. I bombed.
Oh.
Yeah. Twice in a row.
That's rough, man.
Booker was in the room.
Oh, I was just gonna say, well, hey, at least like a bunch of your comic friends didn't see you bomb.
Also in the room.
Oh.
Different comic friends.
Oh.
Which is worse somehow.
So that's more people that had seen you bomb.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
And
That's unfortunate, man.
it was really bad. And
Why do you think that happened?
it's because I wasn't having fun up there. What I hate about it is that it's like not fun, and there's like a time limit. You know, you only get 3 minutes. And like at the Improv, you only get 2 minutes, and the stakes are high, and everyone's watching. But like, so it takes the fun out of it, I feel like. So then I'm trying to like prove myself instead of just being funny, you know? Like at an open mic, any open mic I go to, I got 5 minutes, which is enough to fuck around. I can fuck around within 5 minutes, but 2 and 3 minutes, you can't fuck around. You just like get to it.
So you think you just stress yourself out about how heavy that situation is?
I just think, I mean, there's nothing fun about. I just feel like I'm presenting my project.
I mean, that is what you're doing.
Yeah, instead of like figuring out like making the thing.
It's like trying to be cool.
Yeah,
You know the guy that tries to be cool is never cool.
No, and at open mics, I'm up there figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
But at a show like that, it's like now it's all of a sudden this like presentation that I feel like you have to nail. And the teacher's watching, you know, like and your classmates are watching, and I got a fucking F, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You understand what getting up there means.
Yeah, and it's just getting comfortable in presenting it, I think, and I've done well many times in those situations, but I've just had some bad luck in the improv lab room, and I'll just need to figure that out.
You just need to go up there and not give a shit. I think you're thinking about it too much. It sounds to me like you're in your own head about it too much. You're sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
They call your name. You know you have like 4 minutes till you go up.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're going, okay, I gotta do this.
Yep.
I gotta do this. You need to just go up there and go, hey, here's my jokes.
Yeah. Yep.
And kind of just relax. Drop the shoulders a little bit.
Yeah.
Make it fun again, like it is at open mics.
Yeah, and get more comfortable in that environment. I'm very comfortable at open mics, but it's just getting more comfortable at clubs, at real comedy clubs where the stakes are high.
Yeah.
And like I told you the night of, afterwards, I was like, I just need to bomb my way through it. I just need to fucking. This is part of it. I just need to bomb my way through it, and then eventually you come out the other side like, this is nothing now. I'm here every week, you know.
Yeah, it's like open mics used to be intimidating when you started out.
Super intimidating.
I've said this on the podcast before. That's one of the reasons I got like comfortable so quick at the main room at the Improv, is because I had a span of like, it was like four weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Where I got up, and then like afterwards it was kind of like sporadic, but there was something about the repetitiveness of it. It was like Tuesday.
Yeah.
I very quickly got very comfortable with that stage, and if I remember correctly, I'd been up like 1 or 2 times before that run, and it was the same thing. I was like, oh my god, the booker's watching, or whatever. But after that like month run I had, it's like it's a familiar room now, so like that's completely gone.
Yep. No, it is that. It's just getting comfortable in that environment, you know.
Like how many times have we been up at Badger? Hundreds now?
Yeah, hundreds.
Hundreds. And it's still an open mic, but it's the easiest room we ever do.
Yeah, I mean, open mics don't fucking faze me.
Yeah.
But shows are still, it's just a different level, you know.
And then like the only way I'd explain the one time I got up in the belly room, that was just sheer like adrenaline, because I'd only been up in the OR a few times of the Comedy Store, but getting up there, it was like I almost wasn't in control. I went up there and like my body did the jokes and everything. I got the light and then got off, and then like regular Hayden kind of came back and took control, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? That was sheer like adrenaline and luck that I did well there.
Yeah,
Because I was not comfortable up there, like walking up. I was super nervous, and I just happened to pull it out of my ass.
Yeah, that was a good set. That's how it was for me the first time in the Comedy Store potluck. It was just like I just willed a great set.
Yeah, there are those certain times where it's like, I don't know what happens, but like another part of your brain takes control and just goes, "This is going to go well,"
Yep.
And then it does.
Yep. And then and then you wonder like, where was that dude, fucking 9 minutes ago or whatever? Like, where was that fucking guy? Like, there's a part of me that I can access in high stress situations that isn't always there.
Yeah, and it's only like reachable when the stakes are so high.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that. Like I can never I can never slip into that mode when it's just like an open mic.
No.
Or if it's like a show around town or like a bringer or something like that. But when it's like the judges are watching, regulars at the store are watching, it's a packed belly room, there's people outside because they stopped letting people in.
Yeah.
When the stakes are that high, it's like you almost push through and like get to a different zone.
Yeah.
And I'm only just starting to kind of figure that out and like tinker with it as much as I can. But I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know how to decide to do that. It just kind of happens sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think it's up to you.
Yeah.
I think it's like fight or flight kind of thing.
It's like an instinct.
Yeah. And but it's, you know, sometimes like I've had those sets at the Improv. I definitely didn't. That guy didn't show up. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe the stakes weren't high enough. You know. I mean, it wasn't the main room. It was in the little room. But I've had like sets like that where that dude just takes over, and I'm like, dude, where was that fucking 4 hours ago when you saw that pretty girl at fucking the thing, and you were like, nah. It's like, dude, where was that guy then?
Dude, we went to an open mic, I think the next night after I killed it in the belly room.
Yeah.
I fucking bombed. It was like, you were just here. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Like and I was doing some of the same jokes too. I was like, what?
Where does he go?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'd like it if he stuck around.
Yeah, sometimes you just have it, and I think a lot of what goes into that is like sleep and diet and not boozing and all that.
I don't know, dude.
And exercise.
I had a few drinks before I went up at the belly room.
Yeah,
It went pretty well.
yeah,
But I see what you're saying about health. You can't be strung out all the time.
no, you can't.
That's why you got to keep going to the gym. You got to hit saunas.
Uh-huh.
Can't be eating fucking McNaldo's every night.
Nope.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I've gotten so used to mispronouncing it.
Yeah,
McNaldo's.
on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose.
I'll say that too. If people go, "What?" I'm like, never. Sorry.
Or the other one's Kurger Bang.
Yeah, it's
You on purpose say it wrong.
inside jokes.
Yeah. I had a show last night.
Yeah.
And we have to start at the very beginning. So this show that I did was supposed to be at this venue that's literally like down the road from our apartment. We could just walk there. And like 5 hours before the show was supposed to start, the producer of it DM'd me and was like, "Hey, like last minute we have a venue change. It's downtown now.
Yep.
It's at this bar." And part of me, I was just like, "Aw, damn it, dude." I was like instantly bummed because like half the reason I even signed on in the first place was like, "Yeah, I can just walk down there."
Yeah. That was so nice.
So venue change. Actually, I showed the message to you, and you had a funny quip about it because I was almost on the fence. I was about to go like, ah.
Well, I mean, yeah, last minute from right down the street to downtown, like, you start to just wonder, like, is the show even gonna happen? Are people gonna show up?
Yeah.
Are comedians gonna drop out, which they ended up doing?
Yeah.
know?
It was altogether like a good night.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a shit show.
Yeah, but the show must go on.
The show must go on. You were talking. You were using that Parts of the Caribbean line.
The
Dutchman must have a captain.
It must. The show must go on, man.
Yeah, it has to. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. And so what went from like a 10-minute walk turned into like a 7 subway stop and a 2-block walk.
Yeah. To the center of downtown LA.
Yeah. So anyway, we made it down there, and it actually ended up like going really well. The wildest part was that I'd never done like a show in the back of a bar like that. And I've heard other like comics bring this up about earlier in their career. They had the fucking Lakers game on, and like the Kings game had just ended.
Yep.
And you know, people were going up. I was like 5th or 6th on the lineup. People were going up and kind of bombing. And I when I was sitting in the back, I noticed that there was like kind of the table crowd that was kind of listening, and there were the people around the bar that were watching the Lakers game that just could not give a shit.
Yeah, and then
there was a show going on.
The birthday crowd in the back.
Oh yeah, there was this fucking guy
drunk
behind
ladies.
us that would chime in.
Yeah.
Every single comic that went up, he'd be like, "Ha ha, yes,
Yeah.
ha 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 ha."
Yeah, and then
That's true. I believe that as well. Ha. He was like that level fucking hammered.
Yeah, and then there was the 4 drunk chicks. It was her birthday, so
Mhm.
yeah, woo, all that annoying shit. Yeah, that show was a fucking shit show, dude.
Yeah, but I went up and did well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the hardest part was like trying. It was my first time that I had to like wrangle kind of 2 crowds at once, because you had the guys at the bar that didn't give a shit, and then you had the loud drunk people over here. And there was like an ebb and flow of it. Like if I set up a joke that like that they didn't think was interesting, they just like have a drunk birthday conversation.
Yep.
But then there were a couple of like premises that I'd set up, and like you could tell they were genuinely like interested in it because they'd quiet down a little bit. And so then all you had was like the chatter from the bar over here. So it was like this constant like back and forth, this wild thing that flew by.
Whip and stool.
Yeah.
To a lion.
Yeah, exactly. It was that, and then finally I got the fucking light and closed out with Moon Landing.
Yeah.
That did pretty well, and
That one did do very good.
And I went back and sat back down. And
so did children's art. That one did.
Yeah,
good.
that one did well, which I'm glad because that one's been bombing recently. But anyway, yeah, I sat back down and I was just like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like it was done like that.
Yeah.
But it felt like an eternity up there.
Yeah. I mean, that was it just wasn't comedy in an environment.
It was a fucking hell gig, dude.
Yeah, it was a hell gig.
But it was fun just for the experience.
Yeah.
For the I don't know, for the knowledge. I don't know.
Sure. I mean, it was stage time.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you ended up getting up too because what happened was, since the venue change was so last minute, there were a couple of comics that were like, "Yeah, no, I can't do that."
Yeah, four comics dropped out of a lineup of like 8 or 9 or something.
Yeah, which is understandable. Totally get it. But you and a comic friend of ours ended up just going anyway. Elise, yeah. And yeah, you were just like, you know, if there's room, can I hop on? And the producer was like, yeah, go for it.
I didn't even say that. I just said, yeah, like 4 comics dropped out, and we were outside smoking a cigarette, and we were just talking with the host, and he was like, yeah, 4 dudes dropped out. And I was like, we were just talking, and I was like, yeah, I'm a comic. I'm here to see you. And he was like, I might be able to get you on. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not going to say no, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I should have said no. Because I wasn't ready. I wasn't... I mean, I was drinking like I wasn't going on, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, anytime I go to, like, one of your shows or, like, a buddy's show, there's an amazing... It's stress-free. It's like, dude, I'm not even doing time tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chilling. It's my night off, you know? And so I drank accordingly. But there's always this thing in the back of my mind when I'm at a show, I just go like, let me up there. Let me up there, dude. Please let me up there. And when that finally happened, he was like, yeah, you want to do 5? Fuck yeah, I'll do 5. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna kill a 5, dude. And I went like second to last. And as soon as he said my name, welcome to the stage, Ryan Jennings. As soon as I started walking up there and grabbed the mic and started talking, I was like, oh, no, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that, dude. It's like, and it was so funny how instantly clear it was. It was like, oh, I'm not show ready. Like, I'm not show. It was 5 minutes. But you know what I mean. I was not prepared to do my act, you know? And
that shot of tequila before you went on stage probably didn't help.
No, that didn't. No, it definitely didn't help. It only hurt.
But it's funny how you because I've been there. It's like, oh no, this will help. This will bring me back, and then it doesn't. And you're like, oh fuck,
it's bad, terrible.
Oh damn it, you idiot.
Terrible. I bombed so bad, and yeah, I mean that was a hell gig. I've never been in a situation like that where fucking 80% of the room isn't even looking at me.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty packed out bar. I mean, there was a crowd there. And most of them weren't even fucking looking at us.
Yeah, it was like 40-60 split. Like there were 40% of the people on the left at the tables that like kind of at least listened to what you had to say. Everybody else was watching the Lakers game. Everybody else didn't give a single fuck.
And there was a 90-inch plasma screen right behind us that was playing the Lakers game. So I was doing my set and people were looking at me, but they were doing this.
Like you were blocking the score.
I was blocking the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I didn't put the mic here. I didn't put the fucking mic here.
And this is a real nitpicky thing. It was a singer-songwriter mic stand. It was the one where it was up and then it has the boom. So you couldn't even take it out and do like the lean on it thing, like the comfort mode. Nope. It was just you up there just holding the mic.
Yeah.
You know, trying for dear life.
Yeah. And my bits are long.
They require attention.
Very much so. And I started a few and instantly realized, booze aside, I instantly realized like, oh, I can't even do this long bit here. No one's paying attention. This dude's yelling at the screen, you know, the fuck was that, LeBron?
A literal quote. What the fuck was that, LeBron?
Yeah, and then this chick's over here doing fucking titty shots out of her tequila breast or whatever. And it was insane. And I was like, I can't even finish this. I just started a 2-minute bit that I can't finish. Like, because what's the point? So I bailed mid bits and started other ones.
Yeah, you had a rough time up there.
It was bad, man. Yeah. It was bad.
I'll tell you one of the things
I didn't enjoy that.
One of the things that for the longest time I didn't like about how like I would write jokes is that I'll have like this thought and I can get it out in like 3 sentences and that's the joke. I don't have anything to add to it. It's like that's the whole joke. It's like it's very short. But stuff like that came in real handy at a show like that, at a hell gig like that, when people have an attention span of between your head and the score of the Lakers game. Yeah. If you can just get out like some quick ones and just keep them rolling, people tend to pay attention a little bit more.
Yep. I don't have many quick ones at all.
It played into my advantage, even though it was something that I hate about like how I write stand-up.
Yeah, no, it did work, and you had a good set. You pulled it off, and yeah, last minute, like, and then Elise got on. She's been on the podcast twice, I think. And yeah, I mean, it was just fucking weird. But
she got a show out of it, by the way, too.
Did she?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Elise. Good.
The guy that put on this show saw her go up and talked to her or DM'd her, I guess this morning, was like, I've got another one if you want to go on.
Hell yeah, she deserves it.
Yeah, she does.
She's very funny.
Very funny. Good friend.
I think she'll be on in a couple weeks, actually.
We'll have her on before 100.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I will not be getting a show out of that set. That performance, I performed so badly, but it was so like interesting that like to have a first like that. I was so used to like comedy situations,
a calm environment, a regular crowd
where people are sitting and looking and listening and quiet. That was the first time any of us did like a hell gig. Bar show, the game's on. There's fucking music playing, fucking DaBaby's playing on the, and I'm up there. You know, I want to pull a heist. I want to fucking crawl through an air duct, and people are going, "Get out,
move.
Who is this fucking asshole?
Jesus, LeBron, come on.
And then someone fucking walks right in front of me to go to the bathroom that's right here.
Yeah.
I can smell their shit when they fucking leave.
No stage, by the way.
No stage.
You're actually below, because the tables at the bar are so high. You're actually below the fucking people.
People were looking over me.
Yeah.
And like I'd say something, and I remember I said like one line, and people were like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh yeah." But fucking the Lakers,
LeBron made a slam dunk or something.
The Lakers someone hit a 3, and I was like, "I'm crushing." Oh no, I'm fucking still bombing. But all that being said, the night, the fucking night was so fun. Like, we just take the train to downtown, get drinks at a bar, do stand up, I bomb, and then we train back to Hollywood, go hit a diner.
Don't get stabbed.
Yeah, we don't get stabbed. That's
get stabbed
important.
by vagrants. That's huge.
We fucking eat too much at a late night diner at like midnight. Drunk, stumble back to the apartment, throw on South Park, and we're just like, what the fuck was that? Go smoke a cigarette, you know? It was like a very like comedian's night. It was awesome.
Yeah. I think it was all worth it just for the adventure of it.
Yeah.
Just for getting down there, kind of exploring that little area.
But those bar shows, bro. I mean, I've heard stories, you know. I've heard stories.
And dude, I was like,
now I get it.
When the host was introing the show, same thing. I've listened to comics that are way further along talk about like the moment that I was about to have.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, it's one of these. But fortunately, it went well. But that could have gone off the rails so fucking quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hell gig, man. That's one for the books.
It is. Yeah, that was the first hell gig.
I think, dude, bomb or not, I think that was a good experience. I think it was a good thing, like as a comic.
Oh, I loved it
to go through, because now you have that knowledge. You're like, oh, it could be this bad.
Mm-hmm.
Show must go on, man.
Look, the show must go on. The Dutchman must have a captain.
The Dutchman needs a captain.
That's right.
100 years before the mast.
That's right.
You got to find that heart, man.
Stab the heart.
You got to stab the heart. Show must go on.
That's right. Dude, also, before the show started, me and Elise were sitting at the bar, and you were sitting there, but you were like, I'm going to go have a cigarette. So then there's like an empty seat. Your empty seat, right? So I placed like my thing there so that to be known that, guys, this seat is taken.
Yeah.
Right? This fucking lady walks up and like picks up my shit that I put there and like starts to sit down, and I was like, oh no, that's mine. I'm sorry, that's mine. And she goes, what? And I was like, yeah, that's mine. I'm sorry. My brother's sitting there right there. And she goes, boy, this is what did she say? Boy, this is downtown LA. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I know where I am. And she went
No, I know. Yeah.
She went, I don't think you know where you are. And I was like, yeah, no, okay. Anyways, that seat's taken.
Mm-hmm.
And she gave me a look and said a comment and walked away. And I was like, okay, so because I am in this part of the city, does that mean all manners go out the window?
Dude, I don't know.
The fuck? This is downtown LA. Yeah, I know that. But someone's still sitting right there. Does it matter if we were anywhere else?
Okay.
Oh, you're so right. Please sit down. Please sit down. Fucking moron. I don't know. A lot of shit like that happens where I'm just like,
so like, okay, so if we're at a bar at Phoenix, Arizona,
yeah.
So are you allowed to save a seat in Phoenix?
This is Phoenix. Oh, sorry. I didn't know the rules. I'm sorry. I didn't know the rules of a downtown LA bar. You're so right. Please sit down, madam.
This is downtown LA. It's dirt. It's all just dirt. It's dirt here. It's dirt over there.
I don't understand.
It's dirt. Fucking in space, it's dirt. It's just dirt.
Oh, downtown. You're right. Let me forget all my manners. Oh my god.
Are we in downtown Los Angeles?
I didn't even know.
Let's just forget all civility. I am so sorry, ma'am. You're right.
You're right.
You're right. Please take this seat.
Complete anarchy, please. I'll have some of that over here, please. I didn't realize I was downtown L.A. It is downtown L.A. That's so crazy because I fucking already knew that.
What are you, a fucking GPS? This is downtown LA. I'll hurt you.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
I'll just find another seat.
How about you find another seat? That's my favorite. As soon as you go straight psychopath with any stranger, like anytime someone like wants to take it another level, if you just go straight like Joker on them, just silent.
Insane, man. Yeah, I've never been one to I've never been like a hothead.
No.
I've always been like I'll avoid shit like that. But like I'm very calm and evil and angry almost. Just very like, oh, okay, that's how you want to do it. All right.
My favorite.
I'll never oh yeah, is that like I never get to that level.
I was always the guy that had to. I had a very good friend of mine like that, and I was constantly like pulling him off. But
I had a couple of hothead friends.
Yeah, my favorite go-to was the laugh because like as soon as someone tries to get tough, as soon as you laugh at them, they feel so stupid.
Yeah.
And someone says, "Oh, you will take this outside," you just go,
yeah. What the fuck?
What are we, 6?
Yeah.
As soon as you just start laughing at them, they back down because they feel because they're embarrassed because they probably grew up in an environment where like that being like that was like respected, and as soon as you just dress them down with a good laugh and a roast, they feel embarrassed.
They do,
and they feel shame,
and then it makes them more angry.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, fuck this guy, and then it's over. They get kicked out.
Then they leave.
Yeah, dude, you just let them have their fit.
Yeah.
And you just remain calm.
Yeah, everything you can get out of by just laughing at them.
I've won like arguments and stuff, not fist fights, but like I've been in fist fights, but like just things like that, by just being like okay.
All right, now.
Okay, now what? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, listen, here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then, like, if it has gotten to a level where I've had to fight, but also it's just been like, yeah, you want it, this is how you want to do it?
But yeah, it's crazy, like, how quickly when you just hit people with, like, the truth of the situation, how quickly they flail and don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. Oh, dude, we walked past, we were walking back from Target, and we walked past a car crash in the middle of the road, and it was just like 2 cars. It wasn't bad. It was like a fender bender or whatever. But like they left their cars there. Anytime someone fucking gets in a car wreck, why do they just get out of their car and just leave their fucking cars there?
I don't know.
And leave it up to people to drive around? It's like, dude, fucking get out of the way.
Also, it was just south of one of the busiest intersections in all of Hollywood.
Yeah, dude, get your cars. I can see that your cars are drivable.
Yeah.
Drive them to the side of the road.
Yeah.
You don't need to like preserve the crime scene.
There wasn't airbags or anything.
No.
It was like a light crunch.
Yeah, dude, fucking get out of the fucking way, man. Who cares?
I'm like that a lot with lines. Nobody, like, no one understands how to like move through lines correctly. Yeah. And it drives me up the fucking wall. I was at a bank again earlier. This was more recently. This wasn't 2.5 years ago.
Right.
Definitely still not mad about that. And but it was never done with his turn guy. So like,
oh, I know this guy.
Yeah. So he would be like, oh, thank you so much, and then he'd take like 2-3. He'd take enough steps away that I would start stepping forward to be my turn. And he'd turn around and he'd go, oh, one more thing. And, dude, he did that 4 fucking times.
Too many times.
After the first, he's like, thank you. That's all I needed. That's all I need. You've been very helpful. Thank you. Oh, just 4 fucking times, dude.
Too many times.
It took an extra 20 minutes because he couldn't get all of his business done in one trip. He kept like remembering something last minute and going back to the window. And it was.
I'll give idiots one of those.
I don't even give them one.
But smart people, like, it should be none. It should be none. But if you do it once, I'm okay with that. But you are labeled an idiot in my head forever. Like, you are an idiot if you do it. But it should be none times.
You know the other one? I was
Walk in, get your shit, get out.
I was at the Walgreens down the street the other day, and there were these two guys. It was the same thing. I was next in line. They were right in front of me. Long line, one cashier.
Of course.
Was
there only one register?
There were 5 registers. Now that you mention it,
but only one.
One cashier. Yes.
That's crazy. Wait,
Yep.
that doesn't really add up there.
Only every store ever. But so anyway, it was these two guys. They had a case. They had checked everything else out, and they had a case of water, like a fucking 30-pack of water.
Yeah.
And they were arguing about a coupon that got them $2, $2 off a case of water. They were like, I don't know what was wrong with the coupon, but like it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And and instead of just going, oh, that's all right, and like paying for it, they sat there and fucking argued for fucking 10 minutes about the and the manager came out. 10 people in line. It wrapped around out into the aisle. That's how long the fucking line was. I was just like, I would be like, fellas,
Yeah.
let's fucking go. It's $2. You don't have $2?
Yeah.
I'll give you $2.
I'll pay $200 if you fuck off.
It was like you're fucking dying. You're dying actively. The $2 you saved, you wasted 20 minutes of your fucking life. You could have been home. You could have saw your fucking kids grow up. But instead, you're fucking up my day in front of me at line at Walgreens. $2 dude.
For a coupon that doesn't matter.
It's just like fucking stop it, dude. And we brought this up before. The ultimate, the kingpin of
wasting people's
times in line is the not from here lady with the cart that's not from the store.
That's right.
That doesn't know how credit cards work.
That's right.
We said it a billion fucking times.
Yep, she's got the card that's not from the store. She's 4'6", and she's wearing a drape
And a headscarf, and she doesn't
understand money.
It'll go beep beep beep, and then someone will go, you have to take the card out, and then she doesn't understand and like puts it back in. And,
no, you have to swipe. No, it's a tap. What? And she goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I don't know.
And they just go like, fuck, give me that.
Yeah, and they just do it for her anyway.
God damn it.
Oh, God. I've straight up, I've been next in line and switched lines because of that.
Yeah.
Because you see them coming a mile away.
And they're all 4 feet tall.
It's like a copy print fucking lady. Like they keep making that fucking lady. I don't get how they're that similar. Where do they keep making this fucking lady, dude?
Like they're Armenian or something?
I don't know, dude. But
I'll tell you, I'll never go to Armenia because it's just gonna be all old ladies with carts that aren't from the store.
Where do they keep getting the cart too?
I don't know where they get the cart. I've never seen the cart outside of the hands of one of those old ladies.
No, I've never seen it for sale. I've never seen it in a store.
Yeah.
It's behind the small, short hands of a 4'11" old babushka lady that can't use the card machine in front of me at Ralph's.
I just want to know where she gets the cart from.
They're so similar.
Yeah.
Every single one is a different one.
No, but they're the same
But
lady.
they're the same lady.
And like when they get home, what do they do with the cart?
I don't know.
They put it in the closet?
It looks like it can fold up or something.
Yeah, I guess.
But
it's like not a shopping cart. It's like 2 wheels. I don't understand.
It's like one of those airport bags, you know?
Yeah, almost, yeah.
It's like a roller bag, but hollow and for groceries. I don't know. I'll tell you what is also bad is like that miscellaneous, you know, like when you're next in line and then the cashier like leaves. They leave to go to fucking Narnia to pick some weird item.
And they always leave when you're about to get going.
Yeah, dude. It's
like as soon as you're ready to
check out, you
put
got
your shit on.
You have all your stuff on the conveyor belt, and
they go, hold on, I gotta go fucking do archaeology in the back. I gotta go dig up something. I'll just be back 20 minutes, you know? It's like, what the fuck? Where are you going?
Yeah.
And why are you going the second you see my face?
Yeah.
Why do they make so many checkout lines, but only 2 are ever being used?
Yeah, it's like, why build the fucking thing?
Don't build the shit.
Yeah.
Don't build the shit. Also, it's like, fucking put people there, dude.
Hire a fucking guy. Dude, you're Kroger.
Yeah.
You're Kroger. You're a $1 billion company that controls the fucking things we eat.
Hire a guy.
Hire 2 fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
2 guys.
And then there won't be any lines.
God forbid you use the self-checkout, because you scan a thing and you put it on their weighted little tray, and then it goes, an assistant is on their way to help you.
Didn't work. Oh, awesome.
You scanned it wrong, an assistant, and then someone goes, huh?
Hold up.
Ding, and then you go, thank you, and then you scan 2 more items, and then you go,
assistance is on the way.
and then you have to turn around and like you have to just make a face and hope they notice you, and then they come back over and they go,
I don't work here, man.
Yeah.
I don't work here. My thing is, like, am I doing it wrong? Like, am I doing it wrong? Or do the machines just stink?
I just think they do it on purpose.
It's like, why? I've never gone to a self-checkout and gotten away cleanly. You know, like, it's always like, wait, not calculated. Or, you know, attendant is on the way. It's like, what am I doing that isn't working? Because I get how to do it, right? I mean, you walk up, you scan the item, you hear it go beep, and you place it on the thing. And I do that, but it never works.
Yeah.
So what am I doing wrong? Or like, get a new machine.
I don't know if this is like a California thing. They don't even bag your groceries at like the regular checkout stand anymore.
Never.
So if you're at self-checkout or at regular checkout, you still have to bag your own fucking groceries. It's like,
and the guy, when you're at checkout and you have to bag your own groceries, the dude just leaves the conveyor belt on, so the shit just piles up and just keeps, and you're like, okay, hey man, hey, how about you turn the fucking thing off, dude? Hey, how about you fucking click the fucking thing? Dude, I've reached over and clicked the fucking thing off and been like, look at this fucking mess of shit.
It's 4 bottles going zzz.
Yeah, and fucking the lettuce is unraveling. And
It's a mess.
you're like, hey, you fucking 400-pound idiot. Stop the fucking conveyor belt, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man? Stop. And then I'll do your fucking job. I don't know.
Dude, don't even get me started about the ID in the checkout line. God forbid you buy a bottle of fucking booze at a grocery store in Los Angeles. Because there's like a million fucking stages of checking the ID.
Yep.
So first off, it's the local grocery store. We go there once a week.
Yeah.
All right? They know us. They know I have long blonde hair. They know you. They see us every week.
Yep. I know their names at this point.
Exactly. And you try buying a 6-pack of fucking beer. They'll go, sir, I need to see your ID. And I'll give them my ID.
That's fair.
That's fair. And I'll show it to them. And it has when I open my ID, there's a clear plastic part where you can see the birthday on my California driver's license. All right? That is not expired. It is legal. And I'll show it to them. And they go, sir, can you take it out?
Interesting. Hold on. Oh, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Take it out. There's a clear layer of plastic. What's the difference between in or out? What's the difference between in or out?
Here's the thing. I will even play devil's advocate here. Maybe, just maybe, they're making sure it's not some kind of fake or like a paper ID or something. I'll even give them that. But here's where they lose me.
That's, I mean...
It's thin.
That's as thin as the piece of clear plastic that's dividing it.
Yes, and that is as far an olive branch that I will extend.
Past then, I do not agree.
And then I will take it out and I will show it to them.
Not give it to them, though.
Not give it to them.
Hold it.
I will show them the real ID.
Yeah.
And then there's so many fucking steps. They go, sir, they take it from you.
Yeah.
I didn't even offer it.
Wow.
You're showing it to them and they go,
that's mine.
That's mine now. I was like, what the fuck? And then they look at it and they see that I'm over 21. Mm-hmm. I'm way over 21.
Yep.
And they see it and they look at the back, and after knowing that I am over 21, beep. They go beep and they scan it. I was like, beep. Why the fuck did you? Where is that going?
Yep.
I didn't consent to you scanning my fucking ID.
Yep.
Where is it? What are you selling that to fucking insurance companies so they know that I booze? So if I try to get health insurance, it'll be more expensive? Who are you giving that information to? And then they always go, Sir, we have to make sure that it's official. Fucking look at it!
Yeah.
Take a fucking look at it with your fucking eyes! It's official! You ever seen a fucking driver's license before? You brainless coward! Ah! Oh, the scanning makes me so fucking mad.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the scanning.
We have to scan it. Do you, or can you look at it? Just look at it with your fucking eyes. It says California. It's my fucking face. It's my birthday. Just do this. Just go, that's the same. It's the same face. You guys, it's the same looking guy. I gotta scan it. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Ugh.
Also, it's like, why does that never matter? And then someone has to do it now. Like, it's all of a sudden the biggest issue in the world.
I don't know.
Like, I'll go fucking 6 months, no one asking me to scan it or even take it out of my wallet. But then one guy's like, I need you to take it out so I can scan it. It's like, but it's been fucking 5 months. Why do you, right now, need to all of a sudden scan it?
You know, if you push back on that from time to time, if like, yeah, have you ever been in like that mood, like you're going to buy a pack of cigarettes or something, and you're like, oh no, today I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I'm gonna do that today.
Sometimes I'm busy,
and I need to get in and out. I need to leave.
I'll cave.
Yeah,
but sometimes I'm like, you know what? Not today.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Nah, not today. No, you don't need to scan it. Well, and then all of a sudden it's this. You hear all these rules that you've never heard before, and it's like...
And then they go, well, then I can't sell this to you. And then it's like, well, where's your manager?
Yep, let's go.
And then you turn into that
Let's
guy.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it.
I love having the time. I love when I have nothing in the afternoon. It's like,
oh, that's great.
No, today, I'll do it today. I'll have this fight today. Today's the day. Oh, you picked the wrong fucking guy. I'm so sorry.
And then I'm the asshole. That's what bugs me, is that I'm now the asshole. I'm the asshole for fucking just needing something.
There's no justice for dumb rules like that.
No.
Because it all falls back on you. It all falls back on, oh, well, you're just being selfish. It's like, or you're being a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Like, why is it like every time you try to push back on something dumb, they just turn it back around and go, hey, you're being a dick. It's like, no, you're being dumb. You're being a fucking idiot.
And then if you cave, you feel stupid because you're like, I'm just a bot. I'm a bot. I'm like just like everybody else. But then if you speak up and you're like, hey, this is fucking bullshit, then you're like, they call you a dick, and now you kind of feel like a dick, but you're like, I'm not a dick. I'm just it's like you can't win. There's no winning.
It's a zero-sum game. It's like, you guys are the ones that are wrong, and me calling it out makes me an asshole for some reason. It's like,
and then you cave and you're wrong.
Yeah.
You feel wrong. So there's just like no win. Do we talk about this a lot? Like those situations that we find ourselves in where we're just like, what's going on here? What is this? Dude, let's go, you know?
Yeah.
And just immediately know like how it should be, how it should happen, but it never happens that way. Like we just watched Bill Burr's new movie, Old Dads.
Yeah, that was real good. I love that.
Great movie.
Yeah, I related to that a lot.
A lot. But it's like, dude, I'm 26 and feel the way he does at 50. I don't know, 50?
50, I think he's like 55 or something.
Yeah, something like, and he's like writing a movie about like how old dads are. And it's like, I've felt that way my whole life. What the fuck is that, dude? And I think a lot of that has to do with the reason we started comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just because you see the frustration and the confusion and the understanding, like how this is how it should go. This is how it should go. But it's not.
I think it's more so it's like it doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah, it's not. It shouldn't be this hard. But I think that's what like his movie was about.
That's what Old Dads was about.
Yeah.
It was about that.
That's what Bill's movie was about.
And the whole thing was that like in the end he kind of came around. It was like, yeah, I'll kind of take it easy. It's like, but I don't feel that at all. I don't want to come around.
Yeah.
I want to have those confrontations. I want to be like, oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why the movie was called Old Dads and not Young Men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, I feel like an old dad.
Dude.
I feel like an old dad.
I related to his character so much in that movie because I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff Bill Burr talks about on stage, just like, yeah, no, I know, like, that's bullshit, you know?
That's one of the reasons that, like, I was drawn to him. He's my favorite comic.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Burr is my favorite comic. He's the guy that, like, even before I even got into stand-up, I liked the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that I looked up to. Just because I relate to that, like, baseline, like floating at 90, like, level anger,
Yeah.
you know? It's just, everything makes me so upset, and I can't do anything about it, which makes me more upset.
That's a good way to put it. That was a good movie, though.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Shout out Bill Burr and shout out his movie Old Dads.
On this pod, like, he needs the shout out. Like, that's gonna, like, the 50 people that watch this episode are gonna go,
Oh, holy shit. Let me go look.
Let me Google Bill Burr.
Yeah. Who is that? You guys know who it is. I brought this up on the last podcast, episode 88. I'm doing my first roast battle.
Yes.
November 21st at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room. First ever against Andrew Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people refer to him as Andrew the Hack Cassidy.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I mean, I hear it all over town.
I was just at a mic with him the other day.
You were?
Yeah, we were hanging out like we usually do as very close friends.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who came up with that nickname? You know?
Yeah, I don't. I've never heard him been called that before.
Really?
Yeah, if I can recall. Yeah, I think we've all mutually hung out as good friends.
No, he's a great dude.
For a
Super
while
funny
now.
too.
Yeah.
Great man.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're just not at the mics that I go to, where I hear people refer to him as that.
And Andrew the Hack Cassidy.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
yeah. Andrew Hackety, as people. Some people say that.
Oh.
I don't know. I hear it all the time.
All right.
But yeah, I'm going up against him. It'll be him versus me, Ryan the Handsome Jennings, and
The Handsome?
and that'll be November 21st.
Call you the Handsome.
What?
The Handsome seemed a little weird.
What do you mean?
I've never heard anyone call you that before. It sounds like something that you just made up to, like, inflate your own, like, self-image for this roast battle. I've just never heard anyone call you Ryan the Handsome Jennings.
You're lying. I know you've heard that.
I have not.
Dude, everybody says that. Literally everybody calls me that.
I haven't heard one person call you that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You must not be paying attention. Because I can't walk out the door without hearing that. Ryan the Handsome Jennings. I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know. That's weird that you've never heard that.
Oh, all right.
Well, look, regardless, we are going to roast each other.
Yeah.
November 21st. And it'll be my first ever roast at the Comedy Store. First time in the Belly Room also. That'll be fun. But
It's just the handsome part. Like, I've never...
come again?
The handsome... I've never once heard someone call you, like, Ryan the Handsome Jennings. I feel like that's something that you made up to, like, inflate your own image in front... Like, ahead of the roast battle.
I don't think so. I mean, because I wouldn't... Why would I do that?
Well, Andrew's a funny guy, and you called him Andrew the Hack Cassidy, so, like, I feel like this is kind of a one-sided thing.
Well, no, I'm just saying what everyone else is saying. Like, I'm not making this up. I'm just saying, I'm just the messenger. Like, the people just say, like, that I'm super handsome and funny. And
Okay. And they say
they say that...
Andrew's a hack?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that. You know, that's not me saying that. I'm just saying that, like, maybe someone else... Like, a lot of people call him that. I mean, I don't personally agree with it.
Yeah, because I was at a mic with him literally 48 hours ago, and he did very well, so...
Yeah, I'm sure he did. He's a very funny dude. Very funny dude. And I'm looking forward to our roast, you know, on the 21st of November.
Yeah, okay.
In a couple weeks.
All right.
That'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
And I'm excited to defend my title as, you know, as the handsome, you know, like the Führer of handsome. On November 21st. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Look, I don't come up with the nicknames, but whatever. Let's see. I mentioned on the last podcast I had a little secret weapon.
What was that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe just 11-0 belt holder, roast battle champion,
All right, that's real.
Luke Walls.
That is real.
Yeah.
You do have a real secret weapon in
I
your
do.
background. Did you?
I got an ace up my sleeve.
You got Rocky
Yeah.
in your corner. Dude.
I do.
You have one of the greatest roast battle minds of all time, by
That's
the
right.
way, to pull from.
That's right.
He's Yoda.
He is Yoda.
He is the Yoda of the roast battle.
And we mentioned this on the last podcast, folks, episode 88. If go listen to that first if you want to find the backstory about this.
Or listen to both podcasts we did when Luke was on the podcast.
Yeah, he's been on 3 times, I think.
3
now.
times, yeah.
And
That kid is a tactician.
he's the best.
The best. The very best.
He's Yoda.
He is the Yoda of roast battle.
But he and I had a conversation, and he gave me. I reached out to him and said, "Hey, I'm doing my first roast. Do you got any tips?"
What did the master say?
Well, I'm not going to share.
Oh, okay. Hey,
But-
after the camera's off,
Yeah.
please tell me.
Yes, but he gave me amazing tips, most of which were how it's gonna go. Not so much like tips on writing roast jokes.
Just like the process.
More like, look, like this is how it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna show up
Yeah.
and this. I'm not gonna give it away. I don't. Maybe the hacks is listening to this, or Andrew Cassidy. I don't know. Whatever they call him. I don't call him. I don't condone the nickname.
Literally slapped my knee. That was so funny. Yeah.
I don't want Andrew Hackett to have the same advice that I have.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
he gave me good advice, and I took it. And but I'm still so nervous, man. Roast jokes are so out of my wheelhouse that I'm nervous.
Well, we've talked about this before. That was never something that you would even jump into. It was the fact that it was offered to you that you even took it.
Yeah. No, the only reason I'm doing this is because Andrew the Hack Cassidy reached out to me and was like, "Hey, would you like to do a roast?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, let's go. I'm ready." I mean, he knows I'm funny and he knows I'm handsome, so let's do a roast. I'm down. Let's do it, whatever. And because I wasn't gonna say no.
But seriously though,
Yeah.
you would not have voluntarily done roast battle
No.
if someone didn't reach out to you and actually challenge you to do it.
100%. And I'm nervous, but I am working. I'm preparing. It's all I've been thinking about.
Well, like growing up, you'd roast all your buddies.
Mm-hmm.
I know I did. Like in college, I lived with. They're right there. I lived with 6 people at a time in a 4-bedroom house.
Yep.
And it was just a constant, just roast.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got that muscle somewhere in you. You had a
Yeah.
very similar college experience.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's in there. You just have to tailor it to a certain person.
That's right. No, I can do it, and I'll pull it off, and I'll win. But it's like the first one is just weird. I've never done it before.
You ever been up in the belly room? That's going to be a weird environment.
I've never done a roast show. I've never roasted someone live. I've never been judged before. I've never done a set, because it will be a set with judges looking at me that will then give their opinion afterwards. Anytime you do a set, the audience is judging you, but you don't hear from them.
Yeah, they don't stand up and go, "This is what I thought
Yeah.
was bad."
Yeah, and then I have to stand there and take it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll just be uncomfortable.
I
I am preparing, and I have been writing, and what I've got already is good. But I still have 3.5 weeks till roast time.
Have you guys sat down yet?
We did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When was that?
This was last Monday, I think. We sat down after Badger and Jam, and it was just the two of us, and we exchanged tea.
Uglies.
Yeah, against each other. I think he's got a lot more ammunition than I do. I just think there's more to make fun of me. I've got more hits, I think. topics.
I've known you your whole life. I know.
Yeah.
I know the hits.
I got hits, you know, and I'm very willing. Like, I want to be roasted. It's gonna be fun. I want it to be a fun show. So I let it all out. I was like, yeah, fucking this, and I don't. My hits are so strong that it makes other people's like key points and hits like not as crazy. So
It's hard to even talk about this without being specific, but I know what you're talking about. You in your past have wild ups and downs, and the space between them are vast.
Yeah, and I'm willing to put them out there and stuff. And I told him, I mean, fucking everything. And I was very open. I was like, let's fucking make this a good show. And he did the same with me, but I've just lived a crazier life than that guy. So, and that's just the truth.
It is.
So it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. November 21st.
November 21st, folks.
My first ever roast battle in the Comedy Store.
Get your tickets.
That's right. That being said, I think that's the end of the podcast, man. Episode 89.
89.
I got a roast next month, November 21st, against Andrew Cassidy. Please show up and support me on my first ever roast. It's going to be great, and I'm going to promote the hell out of it. Other than that, follow me on Instagram at Ryan Jennings.
I'm at Hayden Wyckoff.
And that's it, man. Tune in next week for episode 90. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good night.
That's it for me, folks.